6 starts right now.
Lightning, thunder, and rain as storms moved across metro Atlanta, and we'll see more of this before the night is over.
And it could cause a lot of problems here. Already today, we've seen wet roads and slow traffic. Welcome to a special online edition of Fox 5 News at 6. The Fox 5 Storm Team has been tracking the fast-moving weather all day long. Fox 5
Storm Team Chief Meteorologist David Chandley tells us where the next storms will be coming from.
Well, Sine and Chris, we've got a couple showers and thunderstorms out there right now across the area, and one has just turned severe. Down in Putnam County, portions of Greene County. Let me show you to you here on Fox 5 Live Viper, and you can see the storm right over Lake Oconee right now. It's moved out of Putnam County into portions of Greene and Hancock County. Possibility of 60-mile-an-hour winds and some quarter-inch hail with this storm as it moves off to the east-northeast about 10 to 15 miles an hour. You see it's settling right over about Reynolds Plantation right now, making its way on into portions of Greene and Hancock County, and the warning's in effect until 6:45, but the storm won't last that long. It'll move on out. Now we go through some heavy rain between Athens and Lexington there outside of Oconee County, Oglethorpe, and Clark County. That's moving away as well. Just in the last few minutes, this storm's kind of blossomed out here in southern Bartow County. We've got a shower in northern Gordon County. Keep an eye on those through the course of the evening. Don't anticipate those to turn severe, but still you could have some gusty winds and heavy rain with that as it moves on through. So the rest of us this evening can count on thunderstorm possible. Temperatures slipping down through the 70s as we get into the late stages tonight. Watch this now as we see more showers and thunderstorms even after the sun sets at 8:52. Possibility of one or two exists, but certainly greatly diminishes after that. As we get into early tomorrow morning, we're waking up to readings in the 60s, a lot of cloud cover in some spots, and then we break loose with some sunshine. And then here comes another weather disturbance in here by Wednesday afternoon. And some of those storms could be locally heavy as far as the gusty wind, heavy rain, and small hail. We'll continue to fine tune that. We'll give you an update here with your forecast into the 4th of July coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, David, we'll see you then. Now, the storms that roared through earlier today did leave behind some damage. Take a look at this tree that came crashing down at Gresham Road and Boulderview Drive in DeKalb County. You can see where the trunk just snapped in half. The tree blocked the road for a while, but no one was injured. And please depend on Fox 5 for weather updates anytime with the Fox 5 Storm Team Weather app. You'll get the latest forecast, radar, and weather alerts. You can download the free app right now on Google Play or the App Store.
Well, Chris, a developing story out of Sandy Springs where two girls had to jump out of windows to escape an apartment fire. Now, in this video, you can see the flames and the smoke coming out of a building at the Morgan's Landing Apartments. Fox 5's Patty Pan talked to the man who helped to rescue those girls.
Thomas Lemon tells us he's just happy he was at the right place at the right time. This massive fire forced a number of families from their homes here at the Morgan Landings Apartments. Now, we are told that two sisters were forced to jump from their second-story window. And thankfully, Mr. Lemon and others were there to help. Fire truck after fire truck making their way into the Morgan Landing Apartments on Roswell Road Tuesday. Fox 5 was there minutes after a massive fire broke out in Building 200 around 1 in the afternoon. Amber Vanoy was one of the first people to call 911.
Went over to the scene. I heard kids and women screaming.
Units got on the scene. We had a heavy fire in the center of the structure, through the roof. We immediately went to defensive mode.
We've learned during the chaos, two sisters jumped from their second-floor apartment window. Thomas Lemon happened to be driving by, saw the smoke, and drove in. That's when he says he saw the girls.
I could hear banging on the window, so I ran down and ran up the stairs and told them to break the window. And as they broke the window and jumped down, the older one, she was 17, she jumped down, and I caught her, and then I looked up, and the 6-year-old was jumping down. So I caught her. The glass caught her leg, though, so her leg was gashed wide open.
Mr. Lemon says the girls were so disoriented they didn't even know their mother's phone number for him to call.
Wanted me to get in the ambulance with him, but I told him I couldn't. I had to go home. So
Derek Washington and his daughter Joy lived on the first floor of the burning building and were home at the time when he says he heard something funny outside.
Loud popping.
Falling off the...
Yeah, like somebody was throwing stuff off a porch, and loud popping and snapping. When I came around into the front room, the whole back area was just dark, black.
Okay. The most important thing is that we got out.
Authorities tell us that this apartment building is a total loss in all about 16 units. The Red Cross has been called in to help the displaced families. As for the cause, it's still under investigation. Reporting from Sandy Springs tonight, I'm Patty Pan, Fox 5 News.
Also developing right now in Sandy Springs, police are looking for the person who set a police cruiser on fire. It happened when the car was parked in a secure parking deck. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes talked to police. And Deidre, how did someone get into that secure deck?
That is the question police are trying to answer tonight. They say someone could have been hurt or killed has that gas tank exploded in that car. They say they can't say whether or not the officer was specifically targeted, but they do say they want to catch this person before he strikes again. These pictures of the arsonist's work released by Sandy Springs police in hopes they'll lead to whoever tried to torch an officer's car at his apartment complex.
An officer came out to his parking deck early on Monday morning about 6 a.m. Noticed his gas cap of his vehicle open.
Someone had shoved a towel into the tube leading to the vehicle's fuel tank, then set the towel on fire.
He found the towel inside the gas cap. Someone had tried to light the towel that was sticking. It ignited. Fortunately, there wasn't able to engulf the whole vehicle, but it did burn the gas cap, and also the back portion of the vehicle had moderate damage as well.
The vehicle was parked in a secured parking deck at the officer's Hammond Drive residence. Police say someone could have been hurt or killed had the gas tank exploded.
You know, if the whole vehicle would have engulfed, I mean, there's a lot of vehicles. I mean, it could have been an explosion. You know, several things could have happened, but fortunately, it didn't fully engulf, and we're able to get it.
No other officers have been targeted, so police are calling it an isolated incident. Still very alarming.
Well, that's what concerns us. You know, if they'll do this to a police vehicle, you know, there's no limit to what they'll do.
The ATF assisting Sandy Springs police in this investigation. We are told investigators are reviewing surveillance video from that parking deck. Crime Stoppers reward is being offered in this case. Anyone with information who'd like to talk to police can do so anonymously. That's the latest here in Sandy Springs. I'm Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Thank you, Deidre. Let's take a look now at some video from Gwinnett County. Watch as a man crashes through the window of the Verizon store on Cumming Highway in Sugar Hill. Now you can see the man pull the covers off of the displays, and then he starts grabbing phones and tablets and shoving them into a bag. Next, he grabs the tool that he used to break in, and he runs back out. Police are looking for him tonight. They think this man may have hit the same store before, as well as another Verizon store on Buford Drive. And surveillance cameras also caught 4 men breaking through the basement door into a home on Crestview Circle in Union City. Now you can see the guns in their hands there. Luckily, no one was home. If you know who these guys are, you're asked to call Union City Police.
A new poll conducted for Fox 5 shows Georgians are split on the Supreme Court's decision to legalize same-sex marriage in the United States. Take a look at the numbers. In a survey of almost 600 people, 44% said they strongly or somewhat approve of the decision, but 53% said they strongly disapprove or somewhat disapprove of the results. 3% were undecided.
Well, there's increased security at the South Carolina State House because of protests over the Confederate flag flying there. The Bureau of Protective Services sent more officers to the downtown complex. There have been a number of protests over the flag since the murder of 9 people at a predominantly black church. One woman even tried removing the flag over the weekend.
And here in Georgia, a state representative is telling people to boycott Stone Mountain Park until the Confederate flags come down there.
The 4th of July weekend is one of the biggest for the park, so will people stay away? Fox 5's Morse Diggs is live at the state capitol, and what are people saying is the subject of his report.
Well, Sine, I spoke to some park visitors who agree with the lawmakers' stance about bringing that Confederate flag down. However, I didn't talk to any park lovers who like the idea of staying away in the form of a boycott. It is always a place that attracts visitors, Stone Mountain, in the summertime especially. But as patrons roll through the gate, they'll pass symbols of the old Confederacy.
I'm actually new to Atlanta, but just coming here, I found out about the history of what used to go on around here, and it is as much of a disrespect it is.
I think nothing wrong with it. something that our country fought for and represents the country.
You don't have to be an historian to know the controversy over the flag has been rekindled by shocking multiple murders of a South Carolina church family. A Georgia legislator on the eve of the July 4th celebrations is asking park goers to stay away until the state takes down what Representative LaDon Jones views as a symbol of hate.
You know, we have a First Amendment right for you to express yourself on your clothes, on your shirts, on your cars, but at a state-run park, it's time for the Confederate flags to come down. That's the biggest difference. When the state supports something, that symbolizes this is what we stand for. And after the recent events with the Charleston shooting, people have stood up and said we don't want to be known as a state that hates.
Bottom line, personally speaking, it should have been already come down.
Now, this lawmaker from Georgia is going to ask people who feel that way not to come to the park. Do you feel strongly enough that you would stop coming to this park?
No, because I have the right to come to this park, so I will continue to do so.
Okay. Another visitor says he knows people who already factor in the flag in making a decision on whether to patronize Stone Mountain.
So I definitely think it needs to be taken down. They're missing out on a whole lot of other people that would love to come visit this.
We need to show with our dollars that we do not support places that don't support us.
Now, we got a statement from Bill Stevens, who chairs the state authority that governs Stone Mountain Park. He notes that people on both sides of the issue have said that these Confederate symbols belong in a museum. Well, he says that's exactly the purpose Stone Mountain Park serves. It's like a museum. Reporting live from downtown Atlanta, outside the state capitol, I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News.
Most of us around North Georgia rain-free. Got a couple thunderstorms out there, and one severe storm. Show you down here in Putnam County. It's moved on into portions of Greene County and Hancock County now, moving away from Lake Oconee, but still the prospect there of 60-mile-an-hour winds and some quarter-inch hail. Now, we are looking at some more showers and thunderstorms are redeveloping outside of Lexington there in Oglethorpe County. That's well east of the city, but closer to home, how about southern Bartow County, just the outskirts of Cartersville there along I-75, and another shower up there in Ellijay in Gilmer County. The rest of us, partly cloudy and warm. Temperatures at 86. That's been our high so far for the day. Low this morning was 72. As we take you through the evening, you see just kind of a peppering of showers and thunderstorms across North Georgia, and that's going to continue on into the early morning hours. And then we're quiet by daybreak, and we're going to fire things back up again come tomorrow afternoon. I want to tell you this. Planet conjunctions. This is pretty cool in the sky here right after sunset, about an hour or so. Look out to the west where you got Jupiter and Venus right there next to each other. They're only 1/3 of a degree apart. It's going to be like a huge bright star out there in the western sky if you can see it around the clouds. Send me a pic on Twitter and or Facebook at David Shanley Fox 5, and we'll share it with the folks. Scattered thunder showers in your Fox 5 Storm Team forecast for the foreseeable future. Going to tailor it back just a little bit, though, for your 4th of July weekend. Saturday and Sunday highs reaching back into the upper 80s, overnight lows near 70. So the 4th of July here is going to feel like the 4th of July, kind of hot and steamy. We'll continue to monitor the thunderstorms. We'll have an update on the chance of showers and thunderstorms through the overnight hours coming up tonight at 10.
All right, David, thank you. And thanks so much for joining us tonight for this special online edition of Fox 5 News at 6.
You can stay connected to Fox 5 around the clock. Like our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at Fox 5 Atlanta. And subscribe to our Fox 5 Atlanta YouTube channel.
And join us tonight for Fox 5 News at 10 and Fox 5 News Edge at 11. Have a great evening.